All right, let me sit down. Oh, let me get comfortable. I got some water with me. I'm really thirsty. I've been talking nonstop the whole day, giving presentations and lectures. And I've been talking in front of my mic for a bit about the enable changes, which is finally here, boys. After what? How many months? I can't add right now. I've been doing math all day. All right, give me a break. So since August or October 20th, DH Games invited all these Chinese VIPs, random VIPs, I guess, and they had a live convention. I did a video on this in Shanghai. Yeah, so they hinted about this enable change and people got hyped up. And since then, they've been hinting it and they've been testing it and they've been building this up. And for months, because of this announcement, when people have been asking me on Discord, on Facebook, which you should follow, by the way, and on Reddit, as well as Discord, did I say that? And YouTube, right? They've been asking me, yo, what should I do? Where should I spend? Or, you know, I want to go with this. I want to spend my feathers. What should I do? And I've been turning them away with this word or this phrase that we have to wait for the enable changes to come and the light mages to come. And that's when we can decide what to do. But here it is, guys. The enable change is finally here after all of these days and weeks and months, I guess. And overall, the first initial reaction, the top reaction is, of course, confusion. So many people, they've been asking me questions all day. They're like, yo, where's the freaking video, man? I'm like, yo, I'm at work right now. I'm taking a shit. I'm taking a poop. Calm down, okay? So anyways, yeah, the number one thing is confusion. Number two, that people, they don't really like it so far. It was so hyped and the amount of options we have is not that much. We'll get into that. But before we get into it, I do want to thank we have a new record, boys. We have 5 new patrons, 5 new patrons, and I gotta say their names. Thank you so much, Bunny, Mizu, Crumbo, and Stellar, as well as Rome ID. I think I said it all, and I don't think I butchered anyone. So thank you so much, guys. I was really feeling sad yesterday. We did lose a star, guys. We did lose one of the best folks on the Idol Heroes community on Discord, and I was really sad about losing him. He was one of my first patrons as well, but thank you for making it up, making this video worth it. And maybe you guys were like, yo, I think, you know, my boy, your boy Zeals is gonna make a video, so might as well be featured today. So here it is, the enable video that you've been waiting for. It's not gonna have, you know, sorry to burst your bubble. It's not gonna have all the research or the math that you want. It's only been what, 12 hours? So give me a break. Don't bust my nuts just yet. We're gonna cover it daily, all right? It's gonna be a journey, all right, with me. So today I'm gonna give you my first impressions. We're gonna go over the enable changes. There are some hero changes, and we'll see a couple fights and see what happened, all right? Let's take it easy. All right, so let's go into the hero sheet. Let's talk about Valkyrie. Of course, right? We can't avoid talking about Valkyrie, all right? She's either hated or loved by the community, and Valkyrie right now, she got buffed. All right, simple. I've been making a video about this. It lasted 40 hours just talking about Valkyrie. I'm gonna keep it short. She got buffed, okay? What did you get buffed by? Well, we'll talk about that. That's gonna be half the video, all right? So let's look at her character sheet, 7.2 million. Yeah, I mean, what happened? Like, what happened before the enable changes? So yesterday, before the enable changes, if you saw her old enable page, she had the HP as well as the attack buff, and that was not showing correctly on the character sheet. It was a hidden bonus. So when you were in combat, she had 11.7 million max HP with the right buffs, the deer buff or the deer monster, as well as the best aura for her, which is the full forest aura. So with that, she had 11.7. Today, she has more than that. She has what? Let's go and check it out right now. We're gonna go test it out with my buddy Roo. Where's he at? Yo, did you remove me, bro? Oh, all right, here he is. Here he is. All right. So we're gonna go attack this Valentino. The basic attack will do 6% of her max HP, which was 714,000. Let's do that again in slow-mo, in case your eyes weren't fast enough. So there's the basic attack, And her little minions, they're not doing anything. There's no bleed on them. So it ticked for 714,222. So you divide that by 0.06, you have 11.9 million max HP. So she did gain a little bit of more at max HP. That's not the only buff she got, which comes from the enable changes. Right, so people are expecting a lot of different things, from the private servers. Maybe they were going to incorporate some of that, but it really looks like this World of Warcraft like Cataclysm model of freaking what is that, simulated arena, I guess, like the instanced arena. Sorry. So they have this like a PvP route, which is like the 1-1-1 in each row, and this PvE route of 2-2-2. Of course, we'll discuss that more in the next videos. I can see a 2-2-2 burst PvP meta also coming. But for now, we're gonna test, or I've been testing a lot of 1-1-1 today. I've been doing some, 2-1-1s as well as 1-2-1s or 1-1-3s. But anyways, what I liked so far today was the 1-1-1. So let's talk about the first tier of the enable changes, which is number 1, we have the vitality and the attack, the mightiness separated. And this is what kind of disappoints a lot of players that have this endgame aura of good versus evil, because they have to choose, and they needed both to kind of like stay relevant in the meta today. But yeah, they have to choose, and that really sucks. That's one pet peeve I have, but it's one thing I'm also happy for, because it does lower the overall damage of the PvP setting. It was getting a little bit too redonkulous, but for me, it was also a welcome change. I was liking the burst, I was liking the double mim or the aspen, things like that, but not a lot of new players like that stuff, right? So I gotta go in the middle ground. So I do like sustain, but it does get boring, which we'll get into soon. All right, so you have to choose one. So I of course, for Valkyrie, you're gonna choose vitality, because not only does she gain more damage through HP, but she also gains, of course, the defensives. You know that, you're pretty smart. So the third option is, of course, the speed, everything in between. I don't see this really being used unless we are going into the need for speed meta, or a niche where you need a little bit of more speed for like towers or something, where crews need to do. But you could do that with freaking artifacts. Anyways, let's go to tier 2. All right, so we have the enabling shelter. So I guess Valkyrie ate the shelter event. All right, that was a bad joke. Anyways, so so enabling shelter decreases crit damage received by 15%, which also makes PvP a lot nicer. It's like that resilience stat in World of Warcraft, and if you've never played it, then it pretty much cuts like a lot of the crit damage, right? It makes damage more predictable and less RNG. It's softer damage, right? Softer, right? Anyways, let's go to the next one, lethal fight back. It sounds good on paper, but 12%, not really sold on that. I see its use later on. So let's go to the third tier. We have the resilience. You're familiar with this. It's the missing HP, not the current or the max. It's the missing. So let's say the lower the health you have on your hero, the more they will heal back, so they can come back to the fight. It's awesome paired with Belrain. It's awesome paired with vitality as well, of course, and of course with 2 as well, because it's going to give you more HP. All right, so last one is Shared Fate. It does stack with all the surviving heroes. Last one round, blah, blah, blah. I can see its use later down for the burst, like I said. So as for Valkyrie's gearing, it's the standard 2-piece ranger for the max HP. This is the most bang for your buck for HP that you're gonna get. HP stone as well as runes power, which you can buy with feathers, as well as the little jungle hunter skin, the Brazilian barbecue skin, whatever. She looks awesome with that. All right, sorry. Okay, she looks like an Atlantean. I mean, she's not Amber Heard, but yeah. So we're gonna use 2 Valkyries today. The last one, she doesn't have the Ranger set. We're gonna use the all my heroes today. We're gonna use the 1-1-1. All right, I tried the 2-1-1s as well, like I said earlier, but we're gonna use 1-1-1. I found it the best for me right now, unless the entire server catches up to me using this. And I want to not danke. I'm trying to speak German or something. But thank you, Monkey, for letting me use your account for the next 8 hours to test. He's probably at the gym anyways, taking some selfies. all right, so Belrain, she's got the split preset right now because he doesn't have 2 complete sets. It's working out pretty good. We're using the Fearless Armor instead of the Magic Stone Sword. It's working out pretty good. I tried Magic or Augustus Magic Ball. We're not talking about the best setup today. We're just talking about what I'm going to use today and what my test results were. So we have the double Sia. Sia is like the new star of the show right now, as well as Horus. Horus is freaking deadly. I mean, he was already deadly. Now he's like deadlier. He's nasty right now. And yeah, so they both have Magic Stone Sword. And if you're thinking, wow, man, this guy's a freaking whale, you're freaking wrong, all right? This guy's a megalodon. Get it straight, first of all. And of course, I'm going to use a whale's account to test. I want to, stress test, okay? Don't hate him. Thank him, all right? Jesus, people. Anyways, I also tried Flame Strike with Magic Stone Sword, as well as the much talked about Antlers Cane. And people are like, yo, Zeals, you got to redo the tier list. Yeah, I get it. I've been wanting to do it for like a couple weeks, even before the enable changes. But now that it's here, I'm going to take my time. Please don't rush me. It'll be there. Trust me, I'm going to cover it. We'll have all the results as we do more math. There's a lot of things to go through, guys. So keep your pants on your legs, all right? Anyways, let's go into Arena. So what I wanted to see was how good is Redemption yesterday versus today. And the short answer is Redemption is a lot better. That does not mean Redemption is the go-to comp right now. I'm just saying better than what it was yesterday. So yesterday I was averaging below 40% win rate against all the top people. Come on, man. Come on. I'm trying to shoot a video, Omnivore. Can you like not one-shot Belrain? Jesus. All right. So anyway, we're going to skip this one. And we still win, right? This has been happening all day because of Valkyrie's buff. But yeah, as well as Sia being a lot tankier and being able to do her job. We'll talk about that. So let's see. Who else should I fight? We have Freddy. Let's go fight against the GVE. GVE overall, they are suffering a little bit. Faithblade is in kind of the same situation. Omnivore, he's still very strong. Mim, not as strong, but he's still strong. But the thing is that they have to choose, like I said, between HP and attack. That's the number one issue. Omnivore still is able to do truckload of damage because, of course, there's the light heroes that are relevant, and because of the max HP, which is not being affected by armor, as well as let me breathe a little bit. Armor as well as attack, damage reduction, right? So he's gonna still pierce through that. But I mean, his crit damage is being affected if people do block, and block has been changed. So let's skip that. See some combat results. All right. So Omnivore, scary fellow, scary. Belrain doing her thing. She's not healing as much because, of course, she's using Fearless Armor. And yeah, I mean, she's not able to go attack build. She's way too squishy that way. I wasn't having as good as results with that. So what did change? Where's the stuff? So let's go to, where is it? All right, let's go to notice. So this is where all the patch notes are. Cthulhu got buffed, people say, but we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow or today. I'll try to fit in. So precision has been changed, right? So every 1% precision increases to 0.3% damage, not attack, guys, damage. And this does work. I tested it out. Other people have been testing it out. It's pretty good. It caps out at 45% damage. It's really good. Awesome change. Flat damage increase, like you would see after like a pet activation, those like damage buffers. So it's kind of like that. So the block changes that successful block damage received will be reduced or blocked out by 30% and crit damage by 20%, which equals to the preliminary math is right now 44%. All right. If there's any changes, I'll put it on the box down below. All right. All right, so it's an ongoing process, guys. It's an ongoing journey. So it's a 44% crit damage reduction. Of course, there's also the enable, get out of here, skin. So the enable thing, right? This one. So crit, I think the reasoning behind that is crit was way too overvalued, and it was just compared. I mean, crit was just outscaling a lot of attack. I mean, mean, Attack was making a comeback as well because of these heroes like Horus and Aspen that do scale better off with the max HP or current HP stuff, and that raises the cap. So, but Crit was still a little bit redonkulous in PvP. It's hard to like fight back as a newer or like a middle game or free-to-play player. It's hard to fight back, man. Like, it's so discouraging when you just get bursted down, right? And then I know the counter argument from Wales is like, yo, I spent this much, I supported the game, so I mean, yeah, I get it, but Wales, you're still gonna win anyways, all right? So I'm just saying, for the newer players, it's really discouraging when they just get raffle stomped, even with their full E3 lineup, all right? So I mean, the gap is still gonna be the same, but it's just like a psychological factor, I guess. But even when Wales are fighting against Wales, right, it's just less RNG dependent. It's more about controlling attack reduce, as well as sustaining, making a more well-rounded team or roster. So I guess there's some pros to having a separation between attack and HP's choice, or the burst, like a crit burst being a little bit softened by all these changes. And Sia has come to a lot better. She's come back, you know, within a couple of weeks. She's back to being pretty good, because not only is she tankier, but not only is block better now for her and reducing more damage, so she's able to be in the fight longer. But attack reduce has become a lot better because people are starting to attack, not stack crit, but start to stack attack again, right? Because they lost attack, so they're trying to gain the attack back. Like my Bellring, I had to swap out from the Speed Stone because she was at like what, 90k freaking attack, right? With the like a fearless armor. So I was like, what? Hell no. So I had to go with the attack stone back on her. So Sia is seeing some good action. My slot 6 here, not so much, because she's not gaining stacks. I'm still working on that, but even with this, I'm seeing some nice results because of the double attack reduction. Let's keep trying with Sia. All right, Flame Strike also, I've been having fun with that. All right, so let's open this up. I'm gonna take a sip. Speaking of Horus, guys, Horus is just butt nasty, all right? Horus just don't give a shh right now, right? Because most of his damage is like Valkyrie. It just mitigates armor as well as what? Attack damage reduction. So of course attack reduction does affect him, but still he's doing a lot of counter attack from his last passive, as well as his attack damage, which is a max HP factor. So he's doing a lot of damage. Not only that, because crit, right, the crit damage has been softened, he's able to last a lot longer in the fight. As you can see, Horus is freaking nasty. All right, we're gonna try Aspen later on, maybe today or tomorrow. So let's keep fighting and seeing what's going on here. All right, did we fight this guy? He's pretty good as well. A lot of the Japanese whales, there's a lot of like 40-50k Japanese whales on my server. They really love the server. They love to spend, and they all have this nice rainbow. They have all variants. They have the Mim variant, Aspen variant, King Barn variant, Cruise variant, Bellrain, as well as Michelle variant. Oh, I'm like rapping all day, dude. And the Horus, of course. Horus, some of them have like a holy damage. They have the attack variant. They have the crit variant. They probably all draft the crit. And they have, of course, the HP variant or the damage reduction variant. And Horus is just freaking nasty, man. Like, especially if you go balls to walls offensive, like, as well as you slap on a damage reduction artifact and go attack stone or holy damage stone, he's gonna freaking do a lot of pressure. Even with the double bell ring, it's hard to catch up, because every time they hit him in slot 1, I don't know why this guy, he put Cruise in slot 1. Cruise can sit back, man. Get the shit out of here, boo. All right, I'm gonna skip this. Okay, so if Horus is in slot 1, man, it's freaking nasty. So I noticed that Valkyrie is back into the 40 million. Was it 40 million? Yeah, 40 million damage range, because the rounds are going so much longer back again. I don't know. That means my videos will be a lot longer now. Back to those 15 round games. So let's fight this guy, another Japanese, I think. Jesus, they all look the same. I'm sorry. I'm Asian myself, okay? People on like freaking Reddit, they're like, yo, Zeals, are you African American? I'm like, no, I'm 100% Korean. Anyways, This team, they're pretty strong. Like this Horus is balls to the walls damage, and it just does a lot of damage. That meme needs to die right now. Okay, Sia needs to stay alive, but okay. All right, she's still gonna die, but Horus is dead. All right, look at that Valkyrie's damage. It's just immense. They're gonna sit in CC. We're gonna skip the fight. They're gonna win anyways. All right, that Sia's not gonna stop. Valkyrie, get the hell out of here. Let's see some healing. Yeah, healing is not as good as before because of the attack being separated again, but it's still good enough. All right, so let's see. We have a King Barton here, but what is that? It has an Amavar. Let's see. Let's try it. All right, a lot of Chinese and Japanese whales. I love my server. It's full of whales. Don't ever make an account here just to play with me. Server 16 iOS. Don't come here, guys. It's just gonna be. Whoa! What happened to that crew? Was it a naked cruise or something? I didn't even see what star it was. Was it 10 star or something? All right, so Amavor's down. There goes the threat. King Barton is gonna do a lot of damage. King Barton, Horus, they're gonna be great heroes. So Rainbow, we're gonna be doing the Rainbow aura tomorrow. I can set it up after this video. I'm gonna change all the stats. I didn't want to do it back and forth because it's gonna cost Monkey a lot of resources, even though he's a Megalodon. You know, screw you, Monkey. But yeah, we're gonna do the Rainbow coverage tomorrow and more of the updates with what happened with the enable changes, more math, and how the tier 2 block, not block, but the crit damage reduce, as well as the block crit damage reduce, how they're scaling. We'll go more deeper into that, but for right now, to wrap up today's video, Redemption is doing a lot better. Sustain has been doing a lot better. Sia is doing a lot better. The entire enable, the meta has been changed, guys. So give us a couple days to resolve it. I guess it's not an issue. I mean, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm not a technician, but to cover it. So it's gonna be a daily process. I don't want to make this too heavy for you guys. So that's what it was for today. We're gonna come back tomorrow and try more testing with Rainbow. I'm gonna put more Horus on the front line, and and as well as talk about Cthulhu. People are saying that Cthulhu got buffed. On paper, he did, but like I said, I'm gonna cover this right now. You're gonna see a little bit better results, but Cthulhu, where is he? There he is. So Cthulhu, with the enable changes, you have to choose between attack and the HP. So what's the problem? Watch the Cthulhu video, my most recent Cthulhu video. Watch it. So if you want to counter Valks, you have to go for the max HP to soak her active damage dot, right? So you got to go with this guy, the Vitality. But then he doesn't have as much attack, so his cap is lowered. But in PvP, if you're only running like a couple burn or bleed heroes, like one Valkyrie, then you can kind of get away with it with the new buff. But then in PvE, you're still going to have the issue of being capped, all right? Because some of these dots, like Dasmog, Bloodblade, most of these conventional dots, except for Valkyrie, they do scale off of Heartwatcher's Mark, as well as Cruise, Weaken, stuff like that. So they do ramp up, so it's going to quickly hit the cap. Anyways, we'll cover more of that tomorrow with the Rainbow. That's it for today. I know it was a long video. It was unedited. I didn't have time to edit. Apologize for that, but I hope you guys liked it. The raw uncut version. If you have any questions that you want me to cover throughout the whole week, I'll be covering enable changes for 2 weeks, I hope. All right, so we're gonna transition into the light mage. So before then, we're gonna cover enable system change. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'll read all of them. I'm not gonna answer it in the comment section, but I'm gonna pick the most frequently asked questions and cover it through the daily journey videos. So hit the thumbs up, sub up if you're new, and make sure to share the video with all your friends. That helps me out so much. And thank you so much for joining me on my Patreon journey, for making this journey. I said journey way too much, guys. I need to go to sleep, right? I'm only running on 5 hours of sleep. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Boom. Peace.